Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm with Broker of Brokers, very good friend of mine who I've known for a couple of years, a fascinating man, and he's very much, and those of you who follow him, um, really into the power of brand. Um, Broker of Brokers, thank you for joining me today.
Welcome.
Why is branding so important? Talk to me.
Branding is so important because this is the final element to the business world. And take our own brand, the Broker of Brokers. When we first spoke a few years ago, in 2017, we got the UK trademark. In 2019, we got China and the EU. And now the big announcement is we've got the whole of the USA. And that adds a lot of power to the brand, because it gives people the understanding of the international element to it. And you're seeing now with, for example, the drones, a lot of companies now are trademarking, patenting their themselves because of the development internationally. So it's a very key element for individuals and businesses to use.
I mean, what is a brand? Is it a logo? Is it a font color? What is a brand, and why should people care? Not necessarily about your branding, but branding as a whole.
Yeah. People care because it gives them an understanding of the culture and mindset, as I said probably in the last interview that we did together. But I go further than that now. It gives you an international reach when you've got the trademark or the copyright. It's very important to have that, because then no one else can call themselves, in my case, the Broker of Brokers. They just can't do it because they'll be sued. So that's the end of that. And you need that protection when you're developing. So, for example, Rolex, Adidas, Nike, Facebook, all the very big, powerful companies in the world will have their trademark internationally, so that people can't just call themselves that.
Okay, so you've trademarked the phrase, you call yourself Broker of Brokers.
The Broker of Brokers and Broker of Brokers.
Okay, but if there's no substance behind the brand, what does the brand mean apart from a logo?
Yeah, well, the substance is what you're actually doing for the world, in my opinion, what you're doing for the clients, how you're empowering, what the culture is, what the perception and the reality, not just the reality, also the perception is, and how you represent. In my case, personally, I'm also the Broker of Brokers, and it's my brand. I'm the owner. But people that work with me, associated with me, like to be associated with that brand because of the cachet of the international and the name itself.
But I mean, you famously say that you have to, you have to have style over substance. But surely, if there's no substance, what the style is irrelevant.
I say that style without substance without style has no meaning. You picked up on one of my catchphrases. I also say the more powerful you are in wealth and greatness, the more you give to the world, and the legends are our students.
Or you should give to the world. Many people don't know, do they?
Because they're not looking at the big picture. This interview today is about the big picture of many things: property world, estate agency, the branding. And the big picture is looking a bit further than just a transaction. You've got to think to yourself, how can I really be of value to the people that I'm working with and for?
I agree with you that I'm a huge believer that if you give in this world without expectation of return, it always comes back to you. Why do you think people can't see that? Most people can't see that.
Because they're under pressure. I mean, for example, with the virus, the COVID virus, a lot of companies have gone under because before the virus they were in trouble, and this took them out. So they were over leveraged, and they found that was a problem. So you have to, in a sense, look at the long-term picture.
Okay, so you're very proud of the fact that you have this brand. I mean, interestingly, you've taken the branding almost to a next level. You produce videos of putting your card out or your power table at the
garages.
Yet, where is the substance behind that, apart from just putting a card out?
Because it's a double whammy. It gives people a level of empowerment. I meet people all the time that say, I want to sit with you at your power table. And I say to them, no problem. but we have to do business before we can do that. We can't just take you to that situation. And also it gives people something to identify with. So they see the look, they see the brand, and they're comfortable with it because they recognize. People need something to recognize.
So are you saying that you get business because you're involved in property, in stockbroking, and films, finance, and other things? Are you saying that you don't need to talk about how you earn your money? You earn your money anyway. You're just doing the stuff that we see on social media is just the face of the brand. The work carries on at the background. You don't talk about it.
Absolutely, because you, as I said again, you don't have to talk specifically. When you come to products and services, you can do that, and we will be doing that now. The American trademark is out there. We will be looking at those elements of relationships, collaborations, products like these with the brand.
What exactly do you sell?
Now it's a consultancy service, so it's a case of introducing. So for example, with the movie industry, they asked us to come in, introduce investors and close the deals.
So are you a facilitator then?
Very much facilitator, but it's bigger than facilitating because it's also making sure. We say another thing that is quite recent because we're developing and evolving all the time, the best of the best. Now when you're saying that, you're putting yourself on the line, because you're saying that you're the best of the best and the people that you deal with must be. So for example, with say mortgage brokers, okay, or solicitors, and I talked about this in the Tip TV, I don't know if you saw that interview.
I did, yes.
I talked about checking the companies. I deal with these people personally myself. So the teams that I give to other people, I'm dealing with. So I know what they're like.
So so what you're saying is that there's no point in you talking about if a mortgage arranger, what mortgage rates are available. What you're saying is that's in the background. We are very much in a people business. Well, we're all in a people business, and your brand and your what you see generates people coming to you. So you're a naturally attractive person, that you attract people to you, and you put people together, and that's and what you're saying is probably, I mean, a lot of my people that follow me are estate agents. That's what estate agents should be doing. But if you think about it, that's what some of the big London agents do, your Savills and your Knight Franks of this world.
Yeah, but and I've got a lot of respect for them, especially Knight Frank, because they've got that level of emotional intelligence that's key.
Do you think that's where people are lacking, that actually branding isn't just a logo, it's the person and how somebody makes you feel, or a firm makes you feel?
Very much so, it's the experience.
So what can people do? It isn't just a case of just getting a trademark all over the world.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
Okay.
You need that, but you also have to show people that every way that you are working and thinking and operating, what you put out on the social media, LinkedIn, everything that you say and do must be coming from one hymn sheet of empowerment. Don't just put something for the sake of it. Do it because you're actually educating, you're entertaining, and you're empowering. All the E's, because people then come away with a feeling of, wow, you know what? I've got another idea, but this has made me feel good. And that feeling of fun, in a way, brings us back to childhood, where we were the most creative.
In the next video, I'd like to delve a little bit deeper and go looking at emotional intelligence and how it is important in the 2020s for business. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Thank you for your time today, boss.
Lovely.